Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video because it's something really different than my usual content. I'm going to be doing a Q&A, so I already asked you guys to send some questions to my Instagram on my stories, and on here on YouTube I made a post in case you missed it, and I did get some really good comments, so I'm going to be answering them today. This is just going to be basically me talking with a video playing in the background that you guys can watch if you want to watch something while I'm talking. It's just a video of me doing some really cool Scorpio press-ons that I did a while back. So I hope you guys enjoy that. It's just me hand painting and stuff, which is why it's a good, it's pretty a good video to watch. But you guys already know I'm very chatty, so get ready for this. Grab a snack if you're going to be listening and you want to learn some new stuff, because there's some really good questions in here. And yeah, you guys, so that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get started with the first question. So the first question that I have on here right now is, how did you start doing nails? So this is actually a good question in case you're new to my channel. I've only done one Q&A before, and I did answer some questions on there. It's back way of months back. But I did start doing nails in 2019. I believe it was like November of 2019. And I started out just doing my own nails, like acrylics, and I started buying press-on tips and just doing my own press-ons and stuff like that, because I was working a 9 to 5, so I wanted to have really cute nails, and I was also in college and stuff, so I really wanted to have cute nails. And also it was just this kind of thing where it was like a point in my life where I didn't really have anything to do. It was actually right before I started going to school, and it was like when I just graduated high school, and I was like, you know what, I just want to do something. I'm here, I'm home all the time, I don't have anything to do. So my boyfriend actually helped me out, and he bought me everything to start doing nails, and I literally lived off of watching Natalie Carmona's nail tutorials, and I just started doing that, and I just started doing my own nails. I started buying stuff from AliExpress, like nail art. I started going to a bunch of little random nail supply stores in San Jose, and I just started just doing my own nails. And it was honestly something where I never ever imagined that I would be doing it for forever, it was just one of those things where I kind of wanted to do it for fun. I've always been kind of creative and stuff, I guess you could say. I've cut my hair, my own hair, my whole life. I've always been into beauty. I've always done makeup. In high school and stuff, I would do makeup for graduations, and makeup for pictures, grad pictures or whatever they're called, and prom and stuff like that. So I was always really into doing makeup, and I was honestly pretty good at it. Not super crazy eye looks or anything, but just natural glam I was really good at. And so I've always been into stuff like that, and that's when I was like, you know what, I should start doing my own nails, because I would go to nail salons and I would never get the result that I wanted, and it would always be $90 to $100, and I would just get some simple glittery nails with rhinestones, and the rhinestones would fall off literally right away. So I didn't really know what to do, and that's why I started doing my own. Honestly, part of it was that I was just I was out of high school and I wasn't working or anything, so I was just honestly, I was broke. So I was like, you know what, I want to do my own nails and see if I could do it. So I just bought the stuff, and I just bought some stuff from Amazon. Like I said, Natalie Carmona was all I would watch. I would watch every single one of her videos. I would binge them. And yeah, you guys, sorry if you hear crying, that's a puppy in the background. But yeah, that's how I started. I don't know if there's anything else. If you mean nails, acrylic nails. So what happened was I started going to school and stuff, like I mentioned, college, community college, and that's when people would ask me to do their nails and stuff, or people would not ask me. They'd be like, oh my gosh, those nails are so pretty or whatever, and I'd be like, oh, I do them myself, I would always I'm honestly really shy to say that. To this day, you guys, I will basically when people tell me that they like my nails, I just say, oh, thank you, and that's it. I don't even say anything. I'm not oh, I do them myself, or I do nails, or nothing. I literally don't say that. I honestly just say thank you and walk away, just because I get so shy. and I have like anxiety. So people would start asking me. I would go to like the store, or I would go to like Starbucks in the drive-thru or something, and people would be like, oh my gosh, I love your nails. And then that's when I was like, maybe I should start doing it on like people. Like, why don't I, like, you know, like just practice? Like, it's so fun, I love to do it. So I was like, maybe I should just start doing it on people. And that was something that never crossed my mind, you guys. Like, it was never something that I was planning on doing, like as far as doing it on other people. I was honestly just gonna do it literally on myself, and I was just gonna get a few little things. I had a tiny little table to do it on, and just a tiny little lamp, like literally desk lamp, and that's all I was doing. And now it's turned into this, which is like crazy because I don't know how this happened, but yeah, I don't know if that's like super long of an answer. This is like, I literally took 5 minutes answering that, but you guys know I love to talk, so that's literally how I started doing nails. So that's how everything started. Oh, and I was working at Home Depot, so that's how, like, I would do nails on my coworkers and stuff, and they were super cool to let me do it on them. And to this day, some of them still support me, so that's like insane because that was in 2019. And yeah, so I'm gonna go to the next question now. The next question is, let's see if I can find a good one. I'm literally not going to edit any of this out, you guys. Like, I'm just going to talk the whole time. This video is probably going to be so freaking long. Someone said, how long did it take for your business to push off? So I'm assuming like press-on business is what you're talking about. So as far as like press-ons, honestly, you guys, this is like the craziest thing. So how I mentioned to you guys, I started doing nails in 2019, right? So I started in 2019, and November, December 2020, I was doing it for January, February, and a little bit of March, and then the pandemic hit. So I had less than like 4 months of nail experience when I was already starting to take clients. So I was doing it on myself. Oh, well, I didn't explain this. So when I said that I started doing nails in November of 2019, I mean like taking clients in November of 2019. I was already practicing from like the beginning of 2019 all the way to the end. So like all year. So I was kind of like practicing a little bit, but like very, very sparsely. Like I wasn't really practicing that much because like I said, I was working and stuff. And sorry if like my story's kind of weird. So like I was working, but you guys, this is why I like can't even work a normal job, because I hate when people tell me what to do. I have like issues. So like I would like go to like work, and then I would like quit, and then I didn't like working there. So anyways, that's like random. So if you hear me say like I was working and then I wasn't, it's because it's, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but I think you guys get it. So that's why my boyfriend had bought me everything, because he was working, and he like, you know, bought me this stuff to start. But after that, that's when I started working at Home Depot as a customer service representative or whatever. And that's when I started doing nails on my coworkers. Anyways, so point is, I started practicing, and the pandemic hit in March, right? So then I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do nails anymore. Like I can't practice. And that's when I got the idea, because I was already doing press-ons for myself while I was working at Home Depot. I was already like, I would put the press-on tip on and decorate it myself. And that was the craziest thing that I started to do, because I didn't think anything of it. I barely even knew that people sold press-ons. Honestly, I didn't even really know. And I had barely started following people that do nails on Instagram and stuff like that. My Instagram wasn't even big. I only had like probably a few hundred followers, honestly, probably like 400 or probably less. And it was crazy because I posted, well, okay, sorry, I'm gonna backtrack again. So before I started taking clients, the reason why I started taking clients, or the reason, or like the way I started getting clientele, was because I made a post on Twitter, which was so weird because Twitter's like a weird thing, like place to like, you would never think about that. But I literally made a post on Twitter, and I was like, hey guys, I'm located here. I'm a beginner and I want to start doing nails or whatever. And I'm only charging $30, and you can get whatever you want, like, you know, within what I can do basically. And, you know, I keep everything really sanitary. I'm self-taught for now, but you know, I just want to practice. So that's how I started doing that. And then I started getting clients that were like in the college near like where I lived and stuff like that. Like basically a bunch of people like around my age. So it was super cool because they were super nice to let me practice on them. But like I said, I only had a few months of doing clients when the pandemic hit. So I stopped doing clients altogether. And that's when I realized, oh my gosh, I can make these nails that I do on myself, and I can just like sell these. And it's a good way for me to still practice and, you know, like keep doing that. And honestly, the reason why I started doing that was because I was on Twitter one day and someone said something about how when they started working in a salon, I think they were from a different country or something, like they weren't from the United States. They said that when they started working at a salon, that the boss of the salon, or like the owner, was like, they didn't know how to do nails, right? So the owner made them paint press-on nails like every day, but not to sell or anything. Like that was like supposedly a way for them to practice, and supposedly painting press-on nails makes you good at acrylic, like laying acrylic. I don't know if that's true, you guys, but honestly I do believe it, because I haven't done acrylic in so long. I just did it the other day, but like I don't do it on like a lot, and I'm never flooded my cuticle. Like I'm really good about doing that, and it's super weird because I don't have enough practice to like, you know, be that good at it. I don't know how to explain it, but honestly, you guys, I do believe that now. Like that girl that posted that, I wish I knew who it was, but literally I will remember that post forever, because she said that painting nails like with gel polish makes you have like better control of like something, like I don't know, like your acrylic or something, I don't really know, but it's like weird. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do that. Like, why don't I just make press-on nails and see how that works? So because I had already made that post on Twitter and I was getting clientele, that, oh, I forgot to mention, that Twitter post kind of blew up, like literally blew up, and I was getting thousands and thousands of followers and messages or whatever. So then that's when I started referring people to my Instagram, and that's how my Instagram started kind of growing a little bit. Like it wasn't growing like super crazy. It's kind of hard to get followers on Instagram, especially when you're starting out. So don't feel discouraged. Trust me, I get it. It is hard. So that's when I started getting followers, and that was on my original Nailsslayedbyval account. Back then my name was literally just Slayed by Val, like it wasn't Nailsslayedbyval. So my thought process with changing my username was, okay, I'm gonna put nails in front of it, because when people search nails near me or nails, my name will be one of the first ones to come up, because nails is in my username, you know what I mean? So that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna call myself Nailsslayedbyval, and I changed my name. So once I did that, that's when I started selling press-ons, and I started making my own stickers and things like that, and it just started growing and growing, and people wanted press-ons because all of the salons were closed for the pandemic. So that was like the biggest, most good, like the best thing I could have done, honestly, was just to start doing press-ons, just because I love to do it. And it was just a good thing, because like salons were closed, no one had access to nails, and I was already starting to ship all over the United States. I had to figure out everything on my own. That, I think someone also asked that later on. They asked me like if I'm self-taught or something, and I am, you guys. I'm 100% self-taught. At this point I was already doing like decorating the nails myself on my own hand, so I never even watched a tutorial or anything for press-ons. Back then, like literally in 2019, I don't remember ever looking up any tutorial for press-ons or anything like that, because I literally didn't even know people sold them. Like I barely started figuring that out. So sorry, you guys, I'm literally just like talking so much. So that, I hope that answers your question. I kind of tried to answer as best as I could, but yeah, I'm sorry if I talk so much. But I hope this is interesting to you guys. Like I love when people talk. I don't know why. I love hearing like people's stories and stuff. So there's that. Someone said, oh, well, oh my gosh, you guys, I didn't really answer the question. So basically the question was, how long did it take for your business to push off? So right now my Instagram is really big, and you guys, this is the craziest thing. Someone asked me, I have so many questions that I'm going to answer later on in this video, of people telling me like, how do you grow your Instagram, or how do you grow like clientele and stuff? You guys, it's crazy, because I don't even do anything. Like I swear on everything in my life, I do not do anything. I don't promote my posts. I don't post it anywhere other than on Instagram. Like I post my pictures and that's it. And I barely made this Instagram, you guys. Literally my Instagram, if you're new, I'm talking about my Press-Ons-Slayed-by-Val Instagram. I made that Instagram. I'm gonna go back to like my most last post. Like I'm literally scrolling on it right now. I remember it was like last year or something, and randomly I was like, why don't I just make an account separate for my press-ons and then have an acrylic account? Because I didn't like the way my feed looked. I'm like kind of picky with my Instagram a little bit. Like not really picky. Like I'm not perfect, but I wanted everything to have its separate place, because my DMs were getting flooded with people thinking that my press-ons were like taking clients. Like they thought that me posting the press-ons was me saying like, oh, I can take you as a client and do this like on your nails. So people would ask me for appointments, and I wasn't taking clients anymore. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a whole new Instagram, and this is gonna be press-ons only, so that people that actually like my press-ons will go and DM me on my press-on account only. You know what I mean? Instead of, you know, getting confused with my other one. So my Press-Ons-Slayed-by-Val Instagram, I created that in November of 2020. So yeah, November of 2020. So I created that, and then that, now it is what it is now, and now we're in 2022. So it was like, basically it's been like a whole year, a little bit over a year that I've had that account. And you guys, I've never done anything, like, I don't even know. All I do is use hashtags, but I'll answer that later. So basically it took me over a year to really like grow my clientele and my Instagram and stuff like that, and I'll give you some tips on how to do that once I answer more questions. So let's go to the next question, because I like, oh my gosh, you guys, I talk too much. Someone said, did you have people, friends that would ask you to make a set for them and not pay you? So honestly, you guys, yeah, like honestly, yeah, I did, but at the same time, like, I don't really know how to explain it, because I'm that type of person. It's kind of like, I'm not even trying to like act like a victim or nothing, but like, I feel like I'm too nice sometimes, and people take advantage of me. Like, honestly, especially when I was barely starting out, people would ask me to do their nails, and I wouldn't even charge anybody, and they wouldn't even be like, no, like, here, like, let me give you at least like $10 or something. Like, no, they would literally just leave, and then they would text me and be like, hey, can you do my nails again? And I'd just say yeah. So I'm just like that person that's like a little too nice sometimes. Now I'm way more strict. I know my boundaries now, but back when I was barely starting with press-ons and with acrylics, you know, people would ask me to like do their nails and stuff, like both family and friends, I guess you could say. And but not all the time. Sometimes it would be me. Like, I would be like, oh my gosh, I need to make like a set, or I want to practice something. Can I do a set on you and I won't charge you anything? And then they would come and I would do it on them. That's something completely different. That's me asking them, like, I want to do a set on you for free because I want to do this, you know? Sometimes, you guys, I've done that actually multiple times because I need it for like YouTube content right now, because I live so far from like where I used to know everybody. I live like hours away now from my old city that I used to live in. So I have like no one to do nails on now. Like, no one will let me. My mom doesn't really like nails at all. She only likes like short like manicures, and the only person I could do nails on is literally myself or my boyfriend if he lets me, but like, he works all the time, so like, I really can't. So that's why, you guys, it's kind of hard for me to get really good acrylic videos. I literally loved filming acrylic videos for you guys on other people. Like, when I would do sets on other people, those were like my best videos, because I could actually explain to you guys what I'm doing and actually try my best on the set, because it's on somebody else, you know what I mean? So I hopefully soon I have someone that I can do them on, or I know somebody, or someone can help me out, you know? But yeah, that's, I hope that answers your question. So someone said, how do you get started on YouTube? You're a great inspiration and I love your videos. Thank you so much. I love when you guys give me sweet comments. Like, it makes me so happy. Honestly, you guys, it makes me want to cry. Like, I'm getting teary-eyed right now, because it's just crazy. Like, I don't know how you guys, like, you guys love me so much, and it's just like blows my mind, because I honestly, you guys, I feel like, to me personally, I'm like, I'm such an irrelevant person, like, in my head, you know? Like, I'm just like how do people like love my content and love what I do? And it's just like blows my mind, because I'm just a regular, literally normal person. Like, I swear to God, you guys, I'm literally like just like a normal person. So how do you get started? So I got started on YouTube, I think in 2020, also in the pandemic. Like, towards the middle of the pandemic, I was like, you know what? Like, why don't I just start making YouTube videos? Like, I love teaching people. It's like one of my favorite things to do is to like show people how to do it. Like, I loved explaining it, and you know, like, I honestly just started, and it was honestly part of my boyfriend's idea too. He was like, you know what, like, and by the way, you guys, I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years already. So he was like, you know, why don't you start like, you know, doing YouTube? Like, you would be so good at it or whatever. And I'm like, dude, like, there's no way I can do YouTube. Like, that's so hard. Like, how do people edit? How do they make thumbnails? How do they do all of that? Like, there's no way. I don't know how to do any of that. Like, I'm not even good at, I barely know how to use my phone, you guys. Like, I'm not a person that's into like a lot of like technology and social media. Like, I am into social media. I love TikTok, I love Instagram, but honestly not really, you guys. Like, I had an Instagram before, like a personal one, and I deleted it because I feel like it's so toxic. And I'm honestly one of those people that is I lose my phone like 90% of the day. I'm like, where's my phone even at? I don't even know. Like, I don't even keep my phone on me because it's not important to me like that. Honestly, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. But basically, I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, basically, I just started recording, you guys. Like, it was the weirdest thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna record my first video. And I remember so clear, you guys. I was like, okay, I'm gonna show them how to make marble. And I was like, it's fine, you know, like, no one's gonna watch my video. It's gonna have like one view or whatever. So I made a very generic video. This is my biggest tip if you want to get started on YouTube. If you want to start doing nails, make a very generic video with a very generic title. Be like, if you like acrylic, if you like polygel, or if you like press-ons, make a very generic title. Or if you want to show like a specific design, for example, for me, for marble, I literally just put how to do marble nails. Like, that's all I put. If you want to do an acrylic video, put how to do acrylic nails and just post it, you guys. That's it, just post it. And if you like polygel, just literally put how to do polygel nails. And you can even add for beginners in there. Like, put how to do marble nail art for beginners, how to do acrylic nails for beginners, how to do polygel for beginners, things like that, because that's something that somebody in the world, multiple people in the world, are gonna search up in their search bar, and your video might come up under the recommended because you have such a generic title that, you know, YouTube's gonna be like, hey, this video looks like exactly what you're looking for because you typed in the exact same wording in the search bar. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. But literally, that's like the biggest tip I can give you. And I don't do anything fancy, you guys. I just use my computer that I had since I was in school, and I edit on iMovie. So it's free and it's really easy to edit on here. Honestly, it's the easiest thing. So that's my biggest tip that I could give you. And someone said, would you ever try sculpting? Yes, absolutely. I can definitely do that in a video as well. I would totally be into sculpting. I have so many forms too that I don't use. I bought so many from Amazon. So yes, I would love to do sculpting. Another person asked how I started doing nails, so I already answered that. Someone said, do you know of a good low odor monomer, one that won't bother the family? I like using monomer for 3D flowers, and my man complains every time I start to use it, and it discourages me. Do you have any ideas? Please let me know. I love your work. Thank you so much. Yes, I highly recommend JC Beauty Concepts monomer. I think I recognize you, so I think you already asked me about it in a different video, but I do recommend JC Beauty Concepts. It does smell, of course, it smells like a monomer, but you guys, trust me when I tell you that this monomer isn't strong at all. When I used to use Mia Secret, I'm not even kidding, Mia Secret would stink up the entire house. Like, you could smell that outside. Like, you could literally smell it outside. Mia Secret is one of the worst smelling monomers you could use because it smells so strong. That's just an example. I don't know if you use Mia Secret, but JC Beauty Concepts is a really good one. It even says that it's low odor on the bottle. So that's the best recommendation I can give you. There's also these little drops. I think you can get them on Tulip Nail Supply or tuliprealdeal.com. They smell like cherry, like almost like a car air freshener, and you put it into your monomer and it doesn't alter the way your monomer performs. It works very well with the JC Beauty Concepts monomer, and it makes your acrylic smell more like cherries than anything else. Another tip I can give you is to light some candles that smell sweet. If you're not sensitive to like scents like that, try to do like this candle that always worked for me was from Village Candle. I got it at like Marshall's, and the scent was like pumpkin pie or pumpkin bread, like scents like that smell like fresh baked something. Like, I had one that was called like pineapple cake, cupcake or something, if that's a little too sweet. I love the pumpkin scents because they're not too overpowering, they're not too sweet. It literally smells like you just baked something in the oven. So something like that, a scent like that will work so amazing to mask the smell, and your family won't even be able to smell it. Like, I literally used to do acrylic nails in the room next door, and my boyfriend would be like, he would be in our room, and he'd be like, no, I can't even smell it, and I'd be like, oh, good. And it would be the candle. So light 2 candles, open up your window, and you'll be good to go. Yeah, that's what I do. So someone said, how long have you been doing nails and what got you started? I kind of explained that. And my next question is selling press-ons a big money maker for your business? I'm thinking about doing some. So honestly, you guys, it depends. And honestly, it's just like literally any other small business that you start. You have to invest a lot of material to begin, and then once you build up your clientele, then you could, you know, start to like make some money, but you're not going to see like a whole bunch of profit. Like when you're saying big money maker, like you can't like go and make like hella money to where you can like buy houses and buy cars and stuff like that. Like no, you guys, like it's not like that at all. It's just like you get basically, for example, for me personally, I'm speaking my personal experience, I get paid better than if I was to work a regular job for sure, but I do also have consistent clientele and things like that. So once you build up your Instagram and stuff, my biggest tip is to take good photos, practice a whole bunch of designs, and market your products on Instagram as much as you can. Like post on your story, post press-ons every single day, like nails every single day. Like it's a lot of work that you have to invest. I didn't start seeing consistent income until I was doing press-ons full time. So that's the biggest tip I can give you, like for sure. Someone said, how old were you when you started doing nails? I was 18, I think. Yeah, 18, and I'm 20. I'm gonna be 22. So there's that. Someone said, when it comes to encapsulating glitters on press-ons, do you have to go up a size? The amount of gel used will not only harden the nail, but change the shape and size. Yes, so when you're going to encapsulate glitters, try to use as little glitter as you can possibly use and focus it on the center of the nail. If you watch my Valentine's Day tutorial that I just did, I briefly showed a one design where I encapsulated glitter and it didn't change the shape of the nail or anything. Like it didn't shrink it because I didn't use so much product. Even though I did do like 3 layers, it still worked out and the nail wasn't too small. So I guess it just depends, but for sure try to go up a size because that'll really help you out. If you're gonna do it for other people, for example, if they're a size 3 in their thumb, do a 2 and then encapsulate. Possibly even a 1 if you're going to be encapsulating like a lot of stuff. If you're going to use builder gel, for sure go up a size because that like hardens really, really hard. If you're going to be doing acrylic on press-ons, for sure go up like 2 sizes maybe. I've never tried that, but I think it's for sure because sometimes when I use gel, it does shrink the nail, so I can't even imagine with like acrylic and stuff, it probably shrinks it a lot. Someone said the best nail clay you found to attach press-ons onto the little magnetic stand. Mine are bad and the nail always falls off. Yes, so I actually have my press-on essentials linked under every single press-on video, you guys. Every single video. So if you go down under my videos, I have everything that I use. My stands that I love, the putty that I use, everything. The best putty is the Gorilla Glue one. The Gorilla Glue brand putty. I have it linked under, like I said, under all my videos. So if you want to go check that out, it's my best, literally the best putty ever, you guys. That's something I struggled with too. The whole time I was doing press-ons until like a few months ago, I discovered this putty and I'm never going back to anything else. It is the best of the best. Someone said, can you state the best type of nails to do press-on? Some seem to have a high arch, which make it hard to glue on the nail. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong. Any tips, please? So, yes, there is some press-on nails that are very high arched. For example, lots of the E-Nail Couture ones. You could, if you want to do something more like luxurious, you can definitely go with a Prey. Those are meant to be on the nail. Some of them might have a high arch, like the sculpted shapes. So that's my biggest tip. Don't get like sculpted shapes because those are always super high in arch, I noticed. Try to use some that are just like more flat. Some of the ones I use, people say they have a high arch, but I don't think they do, to be honest. They glue perfectly fine onto my nails, and my nails are super flat. So I'm gonna briefly mention the ones that I like to use. So I like to use Couture in long sculpted square. I know when it says sculpted, but it's because I press them down so that they don't get like the arch, if you know what I mean. If you watch my videos, you probably seen me do it. I use Makartt coffin tips, and I also use Couture extra long stiletto, Couture long almond, I think is what it's called, but it looks like stiletto. And I also use Couture oval, which is like almond and it's not sculpted. And then I use Couture square, like just square, and that's like a medium square length. And then I also use I think those are literally all the main ones that I use. Yeah, those ones for sure. So I recommend all of those. Someone said, can you use polygel builder gel to make press-ons, or will that shrink the nail? Yeah, you could use that. It's just gonna take like a lot more time. If you're doing it on yourself, then yeah, it's worth it. But if you want to start doing it for people, you definitely charge more for that, because you're gonna take a lot of time, you know, to do stuff like that. And it will shrink the nail. I recommend going a size up. Someone said, how do you make sure the sizes are right for the customers? So they measure their own nails in millimeters. So that's how I check, you know. All I did was measure each one of my press-on nail sizes in millimeters, so I know how much each brand is for that specific one. For example, for Couture square, regular square, I went and took tape and measured the millimeter on the nail from the bottom, and that's how I know how long they are. And I always usually size up, because most of the time customers will size themselves down. Like they'll measure themselves as a 16 millimeter thumb, when in reality their thumb is a 17 millimeter. So I always give them a 17 millimeter. I always size up. I don't tell them that I do it, but it always fits them perfectly. And if for some reason it fits them a little bit too big, then it's very easy to just file the bottom underneath for it to have a perfect fit. And then if they let me know that it was like a little bit bigger, then I'll go ahead and do it next time. But it's only been a very, very few times that someone has told me that their nails were too big, and that was only with the Tulip Nail Supply extra long square tips, because they run big. So that was before I figured out the sizing for those. Now I kind of have the sizing down. Another thing you can do is literally just make sure your customers measure themselves and give you the measurements in millimeters. But also what you can do, if you already know your nails like pretty good, ask them to send a picture of their nail beds. This isn't weird or anything. It's what I do honestly often. If their measurements look kind of weird, like if they didn't do it right, I'm just like super nice about it, and I just let them know, hey, can you just send me a picture of your nail beds, just so I can make sure, just because I'm really good at looking at the nail and I could tell if the nails will fit them or not, you know what I mean? So that's another tip I can give you. Someone said, can you explain pricing press-on nails? Yes. So this is a question that I get asked all the time, you guys. This is like a very requested question. How do I price my nails? So you guys, I swear, I am not a good like nail business woman. Like, I'm really not, you guys. All I do is like take orders and like ask people like, hey, what did you want to get, and then I just make it and then ship it to them. Like, that's all I view it as. I don't view it as anything more than that. I don't view it as like a big business or anything. Like, I'm just make it as simple as possible, because I don't know, like, as far as pricing, I don't even know, you guys. Like, I just look at it and I'm like, okay, that would take me like an hour or 2 hours. These designs would be kind of hard, so I'm probably going to take a little longer in case something goes wrong. And then I look at the gems or the charms and I'm like, okay, I need to go buy those charms for the set. And I just kind of factor in all those things. Like, if it's going to take me like a while, or if it's something really difficult, I charge more, because, you know, they're paying for you know, your work, your talent. So I, you know, price it accordingly, and if people like the prices, then they buy it, and if they don't, they don't. And it is what it is, you know. It's okay to have a budget, but my nails range from around 35 to 40 all the way up to around 100. I don't think I've ever charged more than 100 for a nail set. The only time I would charge more than 100 is if it has like full rhinestone every nail are super difficult, like hand painted stuff. That's like the only exception. Like something that would take me like 4 hours plus, then I would charge like over 100 for sure. So yeah, there's that. So this is the same question again. So someone said, if you could go more into detail on how you charge, that would be amazing. For example, do you do a basic $30 for a medium coffin and then an extra $10 for French tip and $5 for gems or something like that? Honestly, what you just said is super smart. Like that's what people should do. Like honestly, I just don't do it right. Like you guys, I literally don't do it right. So what you said makes sense, and honestly that's what probably like 80 to 90% of nail techs or press-on people do. They probably factor that all in. They're like, okay, $10 extra for French tip. Like if you were to go to a salon, like they tell you, if you say, oh I want French tip, they're like, okay, it's $10 extra, 15 extra. Honestly, maybe you should do that, but honestly you guys, I do not do that. I just look at the nail and I'm at the set and I'm like, okay, that has French tips and like one design on the ring finger, that'll be like this price, like 40 or whatever, right? 45 for an example. This is just an example. 45 for all French tips and a design on the ring finger or gems or some rhinestones or something. If I look at another set and it also has French tips, but it has like one design on the ring finger and like just like 3 little gems on another nail, I still charge the same price. I don't charge for like each gem or tell them like, oh, you know, like I charge $5 extra if you want gems on a nail. Like maybe I should be doing that, but you guys, I don't do that. Like I really don't, just because it is what it is, you know. Like how long is it gonna take me to add 3 little gems onto another nail? Like what, 2 seconds? Like I'm more so doing it because I love to do it and because I want to make the customer like happy with their set. I want them to wear it and look at their nails and be like, oh my gosh, this is like one of the most beautiful sets I've ever had. That's my goal. So I don't charge for like little things like that, even though like I said, maybe I should, I don't know, but I don't do that. So like I said, that's just an example. For example, this set right here that I'm making, you guys can see it. Like if you guys are watching it, this is a very detailed set. I would say it's very kind of difficult to do because it has so many hand painted elements to it and it has crystals as well. This, for something like this, if you're gonna do something like this, I would charge probably like $80 just because it has so many hand painted things. Like this set took me a really long time to do, honestly. For it to do both hands, it took me a while. So it's gonna take a few hours, you know, so factor that in. You know, don't price your hard work like something like this like if you were working, you know, like at a fast food place. If you're doing nails and you're passionate about it, charge good for your work. You guys, do it. Like especially if you're, you know, good at what you do and you try your hardest, you try your best, you practice a lot, you know what I mean, and it's something you really want to make into something, charge good. If someone thinks your work is worth it, they're gonna pay for it. Trust me, they will. So that's like the one thing I can tell you guys for sure. If you're working super hard on a set and you know that your work is worth it, charge like what it's worth. So something like this, I would charge $80 because honestly, if you were to go to a nail tech and get something like this, they would probably charge you like $100. Let's be honest here. Especially right now with the price of nails. Nails cost so much now, like a full acrylic set. They would probably charge like $100 and something for something like this because they were gonna be like, damn, that's hella hand painting. Like I am hand drawing those words and the clouds in the back and then the flames and my gel top coat and the gel base coat I put underneath, and then the nude base that I use is expensive as well. So factor in all of that, you guys. Like kind of just think about it and be like, I would pay this much for this set. This is how much I think it's worth. That's honestly how I price my nails. I don't price it any other way. I just say, you know what, this set is worth like this much, and I just tell them, hey, it's gonna be this much. Like that's all I do, you know. If I feel like it's worth less, then I just don't charge that much. But that's just how I do it. So yeah, that's what I recommend, even though I don't know if that's like the best way. You guys, oh my gosh, I've been talking for so long. You guys are probably so bored. Are you guys bored? Comment down below, are you guys bored? Like let me know if you're bored. Someone said, how did you learn to start doing press-ons? I am self-taught. I started doing press-ons on myself. I would just grab random glitters, random gems, and place it all over my nails. I love really pretty, crazy nails, and I've always done that, you guys. I would just do whatever, honestly. I would like never have inspo. I would just do whatever's in my brain, add whatever colors I wanted, whatever glitters I wanted, and mix them together and create stuff and just do whatever. So I am self-taught with press-ons for sure. I've never had anyone help me, and this is the one thing I hated the most that I always talk about. There's nail techs that they literally won't help you. There's press-on artists that won't help you. They'll literally, you can go and ask them a question, ask them for help, or comment under their picture and ask them like, oh, what are you using, or like DM them and be like, hey, I had a question about like what you use. And there's people that are very rude and very selfish, and they'll be like, they'll just like never answer you, and that's the truth, you guys. So I struggled with that a lot when I started doing acrylic nails, for sure. There was very few girls that had a big following that would actually answer me back and, you know, talk to me and let me know like what they use or how to do stuff. I had a lot of problems where I was like having lifting and stuff when I was doing acrylic nails, and I messaged like one of the biggest nail techs on Instagram. Like she was like super sweet, dude. Like she was so sweet. Like she was just like so nice, and she let me know what she did when she had that problem, and like I will never forget that because she was so nice. And like I never thought that someone would actually answer me. Like I was like, no one's gonna answer me. Like people are so rude. Like they'll literally just like keep it to themselves and be like gatekeeping stuff, you know. And I hate that. Like I hated that. That's honestly one reason why I started my YouTube channel, because I was like, people deserve to know how to do it. Like this world is so huge, you guys, so huge. There's so many of you guys that live in other states and other countries, and there's more than enough for all of us to win. Like there's more than enough. There's no reason why you should like be selfish or be like, I'm not going to tell her what I use, or I'm not going to tell them how to do this. Like why should I tell them? Like no one showed me, you know what I mean? Don't be like that, you guys. Don't be like that. You know, be one of those good people in the world that actually help others out. So that's yeah, I'm self-taught. Have you ever thought about using builder gel? Yes, I've thought about it, and I honestly did use it before. I just personally don't like it because it does shrink the nail, and I don't like it because it's so messy. Like I like trying to make my nails like as clean or like efficient, you know. So yeah, and I'm sorry about the ringing. My mom keeps texting me, so yeah, there's that. What lamp do you recommend? Oh my gosh, you guys, I just used this random one from Amazon, and it works so freaking good. I've had it for so long, and I will not stop using it. I literally have the Kiara Sky one. I bought it from the Kiara Sky website, paid so much money for it, and I have never used it, you guys. I've had it for like a year, and I never use it. I've never used it. It's just sitting on the ground right now. I swear to God, it's sitting on the ground. So let me see. What's the name of the lamp I use? It's called, let me see. It's a UV LED nail lamp. I just got it from Amazon. It was one of my first like quote unquote good lamps that I ever bought. And I was like, oh my gosh, this lamp is so nice. It was from Amazon. It's this one. It's called, it was $50, and it's called the Sun UV 48 watt nail lamp. I still have it, and I've had it for more than like 2 years already, literally, and it's still going strong. Sometimes it kind of tweaks out on me a little bit, and I'm like, okay, like I think I need to start using the Kiara Sky one or something, like start or like get a new one. But you guys, it has never failed me. It works so good, and I love it so much that to the point where I think I'm just gonna buy another one. Like like, is that crazy? Because I have a good, really perfectly good Kiara Sky expensive one sitting on the ground, but for some reason I just don't like the Kiara Sky one. Every time I put my hand in, the sensors like turns the lamp off and stuff, and I need to put my hand in and out because I'm working on press-ons. Like it's not an acrylic acrylic set where I just sit the nail in there for 2 minutes and my hand just stays in there. Like I need to take the press-ons in and out. I need to flash cure. I need to do stuff, you know. So this lamp is really good for that. Highly recommend. And I'm on Amazon right now, and it has a 20% off coupon. So if you guys really want it, honestly, I recommend it. It's good. So that's what I use. Oh my gosh, you guys, this video is 43 minutes long. Do you guys want a part 2? Should I just skip to a part 2? Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't want to let you guys down. I feel like you guys are going to be bored. But then again, at the same time, like, I don't know. Do you guys want to keep hearing me? 45 minutes long? That's crazy. let me see. Okay, let me go to some Instagram questions. Those were literally just from YouTube, you guys. Just from YouTube. Oh my gosh. Let me go to Instagram real quick. My Instagram questions. I'll probably answer just a few, and then you guys will let me know. You guys let me know if you want a part 2 of Q&A. And if you guys don't, then it's okay. I'll just keep the rest of the questions. But if you guys do want a part 2, I'll do it in my next video. I'll just answer some questions. Someone said, how do you take good quality pictures? So I have a brief video here on my YouTube channel where I kind of let you guys know how I take photos, really good ones. But literally all I do is I have 2, what is it called? 2, what are those things called, you guys? Ring lights. 2 ring lights. That's all I use. They're from Amazon, and that's what I use to take my photos. I have 2 of them, and that's how I get good lighting. Even in the worst lighted room, you can get good lighting, trust me. So just get 2 ring lights. That's all I can recommend. The one I use is from Amazon. It was like $90 when I bought it in the middle of the pandemic, and now it's like $40 or something. So I can link it down below for you guys. So yeah, that's my tip for that. What's your favorite top coat? Right now, it's Nail Supply Glamour. That one's really good. I love that one. Again, someone said, how did you grow your account so quickly? Oh yeah, I want to touch on this really quickly before I end the video, just because this is a question I know a lot of people want to know. So you guys, I didn't do anything. I swear I didn't do anything. I'm gonna go to my Instagram. So I've never promoted my posts or anything. I know you could promote posts on Instagram because I did it once, you guys, one time, and I'm gonna go to my thing. I think I paid like $5 and I promoted it. That was when I first created my Press-On Instagram, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get like any customers because no one from my Nailsslayedbyval account was following it. Like no one wanted it. Everyone that followed me on my Nailsslayedbyval account wanted acrylic nails. I've only had a few people that were like my regulars that wanted Press-Ons, so they went and they followed me on my Press-On account, but I wasn't getting any followers, so I only promoted one post one time, and that was I only got like a few followers from that. I didn't get a lot of followers, and after that I didn't promote again, just because, you guys, I didn't want to spend money on promoting. Like I really didn't. I was like, nah, it's not worth it, whatever. I didn't really get followers, so I was like, it is what it is. And the best tip I can give you is to take good quality pictures and post every single day. Post 1 to 2 times a day if possible, and use hashtags. Use hashtags that you know people are going to look up. Think about, literally put yourself in the shoes of the customer. So if you were a customer looking for nails, what would you use as a hashtag to search up? You would look up press-on nails for sale, press-on nails, press-on nails, cute press-ons, custom nails, custom press-ons, nails, acrylic nails, nail designs, nail inspo, cute nails, pretty nails, sparkly nails, French tip nails, literally nails hashtags like that is my biggest tip I can give you, because those are hashtags that people are actually gonna look up, because they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm looking for nail inspo, so they're gonna go to a nail inspo hashtag on Instagram and they're gonna go see your post, because your post is gonna be there because you use the hashtag. That is the biggest tip I can give you. Do not forget to use your hashtags. I use hashtags all the time, and people always tell me that they find me on Explore. So yeah, I think when you use hashtags, your photos will come up on Explore on people's accounts that like nails or wear nails and look at nail stuff. So that's my biggest tip, and honestly, that's all I do, you guys. I don't do anything. Like, I literally don't. And you can tell that I don't promote my posts because my videos don't even get like a lot of views. I have a lot of followers, and sometimes I'll get like 1,000+ views because I post at a good time. Most of the time I post at like midnight when no one's even awake, and I only get like 200 likes, because that's just the truth. I don't do anything special. Like, I really don't. So yeah, that's like what I do, and I just use hashtags. And another tip I can give you is to post a lot of videos. I like to post videos because I notice that I get more engagement when I post videos than when I post pictures. For example, I have a picture that I posted here 4 days ago, and it only has 200 likes, but I also have a video. I mean, that was a picture, and I have a video that I posted 4 days ago and it has 3,000 views. So people are viewing my stuff, they're just not liking it, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is, you know. So I do have real followers, they're actually there, you know, like they're following me, but they're not liking my stuff, they're just looking at it, you know, and scrolling or whatever. So I do get like between 300 to 1,000 views and likes. It just kind of just depends on the time that I post. So that's one thing that you're gonna know for sure. As far as your Instagram, make sure you make a business Instagram, because you can look at your analytics and it'll tell you when's your best time to post, when all your followers are on Instagram, things like that. Like I know when all my followers are on Instagram, it tells me. So I'll try to post around that time, and honestly when I post around that time is when my videos do the best, like my Instagram videos. So that is one tip I can give you for sure. That's like something no one talks about too. Also, post reels. I started posting reels recently and I noticed that I started getting hella followers out of nowhere. So reels are like this thing that you can do on Instagram if you're not really like, you know, like Instagram, you like, if you're not good at Instagram stuff, that's what I do. I just post reels and videos, and that helps a lot. So my voice is like running out, you guys. I talk so much. So that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. It's so freaking long, 50 minutes. This video is gonna take forever to upload. Oh my gosh, I talk too much. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Let me know if you loved this video. Let me know if you want a part 2, because I talked too much and I don't know what to do now. So yeah, you guys, I hope you have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate it if you like my content, and let me know what else you would like to see, because I'll love to make more cool videos for you guys. So yeah, bye, and I'll see you in the next one.